I don't understand why you can't push Shadeur as your QB2.
That's
me personally. I don't get that part. And here's the reason I'm saying that. Flacco knows Father Time has caught up to him, that he's not what he used to be.
Yep.
He's happy to be on an NFL roster to contribute in any way that he possibly can. He knows that he's a stopgap for the young guns coming up the rear. He knows that. So there's nothing wrong with putting him at the QB3 spot. He's there as a security blanket to some degree. He's not what he was just a couple of years ago when Deshaun Watson went down and he guided the Cleveland Browns to the postseason before they lost to the Houston Texans. He's not what he used to be then, okay? But still in all, he still belongs on an NFL roster because he brings a lot to the table in terms of helping youngsters on the come up. So I don't know why they don't have him at the QB3 and Shadeur at the QB2. I think that's trying to send a wrong message to a lot of folks. Maybe they don't want folks clamoring for Shadeur prematurely or whatever. But in the end, the bottom line is this. I think it's clear, unless Dillon Gabriel just plays lights out and Cleveland is challenging for a postseason berth, which I don't see happening with that offense, which is ranked 31st and second to last in the league and 30th in their running attack, okay? I don't see that happening. If he played lights out, it would be different. But because I don't see that happening, I think around week 12, week 13, we can expect to see Shadeur Sanders.
I agree with you, Stephen A., with a little bit of apprehension because I think it's so petty that he's the number 3 quarterback still. We know the inevitable. We knew the inevitable about Joe Flacco starting the rest of the season. We were talking about in the preseason who would be QB2. After the Shadeur Sanders performance, I said it should be a competition for who the backup is.
The Friday night performance.
The Friday night
Panthers.
performance.
Yep.
And then Dillon Gabriel played later after he got off an injury, and he was solid in his preseason debut. But ultimately, to have Shadeur Sanders at number 3 to me feels like it's not about football. Because you know Joe Flacco, Joe Flacco is giving you the sample size to know that he's not going to be on the field. So you got 2 young quarterbacks that you drafted, that's been in your system now for about 5 or 6 months, that you see development. But if you have him number 3 because of anything else, the illusion of people calling for him or thinking that him being the second quarterback on the roster is going to put pressure on Dillon Gabriel and some sort of culture is going to happen, that's absolutely wrong. It is, and it still remains, that those 2 are in a better position for you to see what you have than Joe Flacco. So this is what the Cleveland Browns are telling us. Dillon Gabriel doesn't play well, like Stephen A. said, 6 or 7 weeks. You going to bring Joe Flacco back? For what?
I think he'll give both a chance to show what they can do in the next 13, 14 weeks. I don't know the issues about why Flacco is 2, and I'm going to trust him that he is not pushing Shadeur aside because of Deion's influence or anything like that.